Yo, my dudes. So we are going to look at a very cool image generator that is called Invoke. You know me, I'm a SD Forge kind of guy, but I've been playing around with this Invoke. This is like a ComfyUI generator for beginners. Honestly, I've told you in the past, I'm not a huge ComfyUI fan because it's kind of complicated. It's more than what I need to do. But this Invoke really takes what is good about ComfyUI and it really makes it presentable. Okay, so that you can actually be using it to create the cool stuff that you would like to be doing. Very cool thing. Going to be very easy, very user friendly for getting going. Now, not entirely user friendly. This isn't completely like just hit it and you're going to get going. There's still a learning curve, right? That's one of the things about ComfyUI I don't like. The learning curve is like, it's very steep. Oh, where's my hand? There. It's very steep, and once you get it, I'm sure it's very satisfying, but the learning curve is a little bit steep for me. This learning curve is a lot more gentle, and you can be doing incredible stuff with this. So I'm going to show you how to get this installed, how to get some of your basic models, because it even comes with a basic starter pack for you. It's really a cool software, and I think you're going to like this. So we're going to get into that, but first, please go ahead and if you appreciate the channel, like the channel, share it with others. Tell people, so hey, you heard about this channel over here? You should go check this fella out. He's teaching you how to do your AI stuff. And send them on over to my Patreon and all that good stuff, because it really helps. We're building the community here, and the more of us that are doing this AI stuff, the better it is. So thank you so very much for doing that. All right, well, we're going to show you how to download that and everything. So let's move on with it. Okay, so to get on with it install, we're going to pop on over to our browser here. And what we just need to do is open up a new window over here. And we're just going to go ahead and then type Invoke GitHub. Now, obviously, Invoke is a word that if you don't add the GitHub, you're going to get a million other things that say Invoke. This is the one we want, Invoke-AI, Invoke AI. Okay, so that's what we're going to click on. It's going to bring us over here. As usual, don't download the repository. When we're new, we kind of just think, oh, we got to download everything. We don't know what to do. You don't do it unless you need to, okay? So we're going to scroll down here. Own your creative power. Invoke professional creative AI tools for visual media. Really is a cool program. I know I've said that, but it really is. Okay, so you got a professional edition, community edition. We're going to go with the community edition. Now, you're going to be tempted to click on installation and updates. Don't do it. It's not what we need. What we need to do is scroll down here to where it says documentation and then the quick start. Later on another video, I'm going to show you, we'll click installation and updates. It's going to show us how to install Flux. Very cool, and it goes fast. Yo. But right now we're going to get going. So we're going to hit to the quick start, okay? And then we're going to click this, download and unzip the installer, okay? So and then you can look through here and you're going to see all it tells you to do is how to run it. Just going to click the button. Now look, obviously it runs on Mac OS, so that's very cool for you Mac users out there. But anyway, we're going to click on this one, BAP. Okay, it's going to bring up this. Okay, there's our Flex stuff. So we want to just scroll through here, and then here we go, all the way down to installation and updating. Okay, then we're going to click this, do installer update, download the installer. So click it and then save it. Now I know a lot of you guys, you have your system set up so that when you click it, it's just going to put it to your downloads folder. Okay, I have other video that I can show you. I don't really want to go into it right now, but you can just go into your settings over here, and you can actually change your downloads to prompt you every time you download something. And you really should do that because it gets confusing. You just download stuff to your downloads folder, and then you want to install it there. I mean, it's okay. But what we're going to do, regardless of where you put it, we're going to end up downloading that file, and we're going to put it, whoops, I'm in the wrong folder. we're going to put it in a, wherever you want, but we're going to put it in a folder called Invoke. Okay? Whoops. Here we go. We're going to put it in a folder called Invoke. Well, you can see I created one there. Oh, I spelled it wrong. Well, I had a capital. Let's make that for that. Okay. So we're going to download it to there. So even if you put it into a downloads, even if it downloads your downloads folder, copy it and paste it into another folder, okay? Because it's just going to make it messy doing it in your downloads folder, and it doesn't always work, because I'm telling you, where your downloads is actually located on your computer is like C users, and then the name of the users, and then documents, and blah, 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 blah. And there's spaces and stuff, and it really can mess up your install. So don't install into your downloads folder. Okay, anyway. So what we're going to do is we're just going to click on this, and then you're going to see an option that says to extract. So extract everything to your folder, okay? Now, what I typically do, because I'm already in an Invoke folder, so then I've got Invoke, and then inside Invoke, I've got that. Then it's going to create another one. What I typically do is I go into where it extracted it, I highlight it, I press Control-X, and then I back out of the folder again to where I was, and then I hit Control-V. So that I just, you know, it keeps you one's extra subfolder. You know, it's like if I have a folder, and then a folder's in that folder, and then inside that folder is another folder, I'm just getting rid of one of the extra folders. So we're pulling it to the front. Okay, now, easy. All we got to do, click install.bat, okay? Now, we're going to pop over to here. Give me just a second to get this showing up here. Whoops, that ain't the one we want. That ain't the one we want. We want that one. Okay, let's get this so you can see it a little bit better. All right. Now, the install has some interesting issues, so let's go through it. Okay, so note, before you start, please do the following. Install Python 3.10 or 11. If you're playing with stuff, you guys need to have already got this setting up, okay? So, you need to watch my video on how to set up your machine. If you have not set up Python, you're probably not really set up yet for doing anything with AI. Like, I get it. You want to get in here. You want to be doing some stuff. But I'm telling you, if you don't have Python even set up, you probably don't have a lot of stuff set up, okay? So you need to go watch my video. In short, what you want to do is go here to Python, download, and probably 3.10.11 is a good one. Go there, download it, install it. Okay, we're not going to go there right now. We're going to pop back over to here. So it says that you need, here, I'm looking for my screen. Okay, double click on the file. When long paths enabled. So again, it comes down to like how the file structure is finding stuff. So we'll do this before we start, okay? And then you need to have your Visual C core libraries. This is your Visual Studio build tools. Again, if you don't have this installed, you need to go watch my video on how to set up your machine for AI. But I'm assuming that we're all on the same page, so leaving the elementary things behind, we're going to move on towards greatness from this point on. So what we're going to do, we're going to pop back over to our File Explorer, okay? Then notice here's that path it says when long path enabled. We're going to click it. Now you can't see it, but it says a thing comes up, it's registry editor, and it says adding information can unintentionally change or delete values. Are you sure you want to do it? We're just going to say, you know what? Throw it all to the wind. Yo, let her ride. We're going to click yes. Okay? Then you're going to get a message that says keys and values contained have been successfully added. Okay? Set. Okay, now we're going to go back to our command prompt. Okay? And now, for the best user experience, we suggest maximizing this window. Okay. I'm not going to maximize it. And you've got it kind of maximized here. So we're just going to hit a key. Ready? I'm hitting the space bar. I'm doing it right now. Back. Okay. So now this is going to take a bit of time. Okay. So it's, you know, if you're used to my Patreon site, we got one clicks that you can just click and it's going to go through. It's going to maybe ask you one thing, maybe two, probably not two. And it's going to do it. This is a little bit more intensive because this is actually full software. Okay, a lot of the other stuff we're just installing the program. You know, we're just getting the program and letting it just think this is the actual program that we're installing here. Okay, it's like from the horse's mouth. Okay, so let's read it. It says, Windows users, before you start, please do the following. Okay, we already did this when long pass enabled. So want to tell us if you don't have this stuff done, this ain't going to work. Okay, now please choose an Invoke version to install. So I guess we're going to, okay, it says press enter to install the recommended version or pick a version. So if you've used this in the past and you found a version that worked and then you don't like the new version, you can put it in here. We don't know nothing about this. We're going to use the default. So let's just hit enter. Okay, so there it's going. Going to create it. At some point, I'm telling you, I'm going to pause this because it's a bit of a long install. Okay, but there's a lot going on here. It's in depth. Okay. Here we just sit and twiddle our thumbs. I feel like I should dance for you or tell you a joke, but I don't want to dance for you and I can't even think of a joke. If I tried to tell you a joke, it'd blow it up and I'd have to start the video over, so we don't want to do that. So what I'm going to do instead, I'm going to go ahead and oh, no, hell, look I'm not even paying attention. Please select the install destination. Okay, so I'm going to actually erase this. I do not want this location. That's so funny. I thought it was installing. I wasn't. I got a little hyper there. Okay, let's click on File Explorer. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to, you can't see it on my screen. Let's do this. Let's see if I can make this so you can see it all. There we go. Okay. So here you can see, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up here. I'm going to click here, and it's going to give me the directory of where I'm at. So I'm just going to click, I'm going to highlight that, press Control C. Then I'm going to pop back to the command prompt, and I'm just going to hit Control V. Now, it's going to want to put it directly, it's going to say, hey, warning, that file's already in use. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create another folder. Remember we were talking about folders with assigned folders within folders? This is why I copied the stuff and pulled it back one, because I knew we were going to make another folder. So I'm just going to go Invoke, and then I'm going to call it Invoke, we could go Invoke App, okay, if you want to keep them a little bit different. Then we're just going to hit Enter. It will be installed on that directory. Please confirm. Yo, you are confirmed. Why? Because I want you to be. Okay, so we have confirmed you. You're confirmed. Okay, now, see, I told you a lot of decisions. So, detected the Windows AMD 6.4 platform. Okay, so that's my, I think it was my motherboard. Please set the type of GPU installed in your computer. So mine's an NVIDIA. Okay, now do not install any GPU support. I suppose you could run this off CPU. I can't imagine doing AI stuff off the CPU, but I know there's some of you that are, so go for it. You know, give it a try if you want. So I'm going to hit NVIDIA GPU. I'm going to hit the 1, and I'm going to hit Enter. And now it's going to install it. So we're going to go through this. Now we're back to stuff that looks familiar. It's installing PyTorch. It's the control net. I mean, Torch is a huge install. Here's more Torch stuff down here. Sentence piece. Safe tensors. This is all Onyx runtime. This is all stuff that should look familiar to you if you've done this kind of stuff before. Okay? And so we're just going to sit here. Now, a lot of times when you're installing this stuff, at the end it installs big models. I don't believe this is going to install anything big, because inside it's going to have us do the starter pack, which we're going to walk through as well. So I'm going to pause this because it's going to take a little bit of time. You guys hang in there. Don't miss me too much. Okay, I'm not going to miss you too much. Well, I'll think about you though. Okay, how's that? We'll strike a nice even keel there. I want to hit this pause button. We'll be right back. And we're back here. So, okay, went through a pretty lengthy install. And to be honest, it might have taken longer, but I've already installed it once before. So we're going to hit, it says press any key to continue. Bap. Yo, we have continued. Okay, so let's pop back over to our File Explorer. We're going to see it installed it in the folder that we put it in. Now remember, we want to install it to the same place that we have all this other stuff. So let's go in here and click there. And it's looking like it didn't install it. Interesting. Let's go invoke baz, see what happens. Maybe it's all in the Vim. Okay, anyway, so we're going to, that's kind of interesting. I'm not sure what's going on here. Let's go ahead and let her ride. Let's see what happens here. I probably should have followed up on this a little bit better. Let's click here. Now it says, generate images with the browser-based interface. Open the developer console. Command line help. We're going to hit 1. All right, so it must all be inside that VNV, that virtual environment folder. So again, in fact, you know, that's what it did. It actually set up all the dependencies, and then now it's going to download the files. So same thing. We're just going to sit here and let this install. It's going to take a while. Now, I haven't played with the developer console, and it's got this command line help. What I'm going to assume that that's all about is, because I know you can get into command line prompt with this app, which is going to be for those of you who have scripts, right? One of the cool thing about ComfyUI, evidently, is that, yeah, see, here it is. Now it's downloading stuff. One of the cool things is that you can create workflows, right? So you can be like, hey, I want to generate this type of image, and then I want to run it through this process, and then I want to do this with it, and at the end I want to slice like this and serve it up like this. And so you can create scripts. And so in the command line, instead of doing the graphical user interface where you would go click here and do anything there, they're going to have it automated. So you could just be like, you know, command line dash HAP, I don't know, whatever it's going to be, you know, and get her going. So for those Uber users of you out there, my hat to you, that's available. Okay, now look, it's installed here. Let's move my ugly face out of the way here. Put her up here for now. Okay, now notice it says unicorn running on this. So that's the address, okay, that it's running. What we can do is hold down with this finger. Okay, you can use this finger if you want. This is the easiest finger to use. Hit the control button, and then hold down the control button, and then click that. Okay, now watch. It has popped up our graphical user interface. Very cool, huh? Okay, let's move me over here again. Okay, and let's see. I'm going to try to give us a little more space to work with. All right, so there you go. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and let's figure out how to use this thing now. Now, I'm going to show you here, I guess before we move on, it's probably a good time to do it. I'm going to show you how to get models from other places. So we've got scan folder here, okay? So if you already have another software that has models that you've downloaded, you can just plug it right in so you don't got to download them again. So you click on scan folder. Here's what we'll do. We'll take this and we'll pop on over to our file explorer, okay? And then what you do is you just go find your software. So mine is SDForge, okay? So I'm going to go into my web UI. I'm going to go to my models. I'm going to click on stable diffusion. And so I've got a bunch of models in here. So I can click up here at the top. I can get the folder. I'm just going to hit Control C, copy that, bounce back to Invoke. Now what I can do is just paste it into here. Okay, and then I can hit Scan Folder. Now look at that. Isn't that cool? It brought up, same thing, all of the ones that are in there. Notice I've already got my Juggernaut XL, so I don't need that. But maybe I want to grab, I don't know, maybe I want to grab this one. I don't even know what that is. Let's just click it. Same thing. It's going to just add it down here to the list and do it. That's very cool. Okay, let's say we want to get something off of Hugging Face. So Hugging Face, of course, is a place where you get models and data sets. I don't typically think of going here for photo data sets, but you could get your ControlNet stuff here for sure. Okay, I go here for chatbot stuff, but let's, I don't know, let's, I don't even know how to find an image model here. Let's try pony or something. Okay, let's see what this one is. Oh, gross. God, people are so sick. Okay. This is more difficult. Okay, I'm going to grab this one, this XXX one, and we're not going to actually use it, but let's, just to show you. So what you're going to do, that's the only one I could find. It's the only reason I grabbed this. Okay. What you do is it comes up here, and you're going to click these little buttons here. We're just going to get that. Okay. Then we're going to pop back to here, and we're just going to paste it into the repo ID. Same thing. Then we just install repo, and notice it's going to add it here, and it's going to start downloading it. So you can get your models off here. Now, Hugging Face, like I said, is more of a place for your control net stuff. So if you know what you're doing, then go here. You can get your Flux One Dev Control Net Unit Pro. I don't even know how to use this. I'm a chatbot guy more than anything, but that's how you're going to do it. Now, let's say you got a URL or a local path. So this is more what I would be used to. So we will say we go over here, and we're going to go to Civitai. Okay, now if you don't know what Civitai is, go watch one of my other videos. But this is a place where you can get some great models from. So we click Models. And let's say we want to grab this cyber realistic pony over here. Okay, so we would bring you over here. Now you'll see where it says download. Now if we were running SD Forge, we would just download it directly into the folder. We're going to right click on it. Okay, I'm not sure if you can see this. So let's just put this over here real quick. We're going to right click on it, and then we're going to click copy link address, just like that. Okay, then we pop back here, same thing. We're just going to paste that into there, and then we're going to click install, and then notice model added to the queue. Okay, now here we got something that failed. Okay, I'm not sure what failed on it, but you can click on it and read it. See, did it get it? Let's see. So one way you can check this stuff is right click, get that thing, and then just paste it into the browser and see what it does. Okay, so that should have worked. Maybe let's try this. Let's just get rid of everything from the question mark. There you go. Now let's click install. Still, notice she's not working. Okay, anyway, that probably model might not just be available, but that's how you would do it. You would paste it into here, okay, and then I know it works because I've done it before. Okay, so now let's go back to our all models that we see here, and we can see we've downloaded a whole bunch of stuff. So we're going to go back over here to where we were. Okay. We've got a picture of Taylor Swift riding an elephant in a circus. So now we can go down here to generation. We can pick what model we want. Let's pick our juggernaut. Okay. We can do our refiners, our advanced. Here's where you can put your VAE in here, all this good stuff. Okay. Set your width, set your height. Okay. Let's make it a little bit wider than it is tall. Okay. Then you can do two things. You can click Control and Enter, or you can click this Invoke button. Okay, now notice it says the batch is queued. It's ripping through there. And, hey, oh, there she is. She's coming up. It's diffusing. Oh, my God, look at her. She's like, I'm riding an elephant. Okay, so it's obviously not a very excellent photo. You can do a lot better. You could put down in there negative. You could put low resolution, ugly, weird. Let's put up here, we'll say, a 4K photo, realistic picture Taylor Swift. We'll put down here also drawing, painting. We want something that looks real. So now I'm just going to shortcut, Control Enter, and boom. Let's see if that one looks a little bit better. All right, yeah, that's a little bit more realistic. Taylor Swift riding an elephant in the circus. That's actually kind of cool. All right, now same thing. We can go down here. Let's try Dream Shaper. We'll click on that. We're going to click Invoke. Invoke. And it's diffusing. It's the Matrix. There you go. Okay. So same thing. Let's try another one here. Let's not do the NSF Safeway phony one. We're going to end up with naked Taylor Swift on thing, and then I'm going to get my channel taken down. So we don't do that. There you go. All right. So that's kind of cool. You can play around with that. The Flux ones, which I'm going to show you later, are very cool. Now you'll notice over here, you can click and see the stuff that you've already made. So you can right click on it. Can you see that on your screen? I don't think you, oh, you can. Cool. You can right click on it so you can download the image. You can copy it if you're going to throw it into a workflow later. Which one of these is best? That's probably the best one right there. So you can star it, you know, so it puts it up to the front. So use your prompt. So now it's interesting. If you click use prompt, it's actually going to give you a little something different. Let's use prompt. No. Well, sometimes it'll actually give you extra words. That time it didn't. But, okay, so there you have it. You've got all three. Let's see what happens if we add noodle style to this. Because down here is our LoRAs. So we were able to choose the LoRAs. Let's see. We're going to go back to our models. Do we need to click anything for noodles to work? It says trigger with noodles. So let's go noodles. Let's see what happens. I hit Control Enter. I don't see noodles. Let's try it again. Let's say a photo of Taylor Swift wearing noodles. Okay, that's what it said. Usually with LoRAs, that's what you have to do. You have to trigger them. So it said down here, trigger with noodles. Noodlez. Okay. Oh, there's got some noodles up there. So let's see. Let's turn the noodles way up. We need noodles everywhere, not just... Come on, I'm really hoping for noodles. I want noodles. Oh, wow. That's pretty cool. So that's how LoRAs work, okay? That's pretty wild. Okay, let's try one more LoRA now that we're having fun here. Let's click, how do we get rid of the noodles? Let's see here. Okay, we're going to click on that little arrow. Pop down, let's go alien style. And we trigger it. We can go back to our models, see how we trigger it. Alien Zkin. Okay, so let's, we'll say with alien Zkin. And let's see what it does there. That was actually a pretty cool noodle elephant there. So as we wait, oh, it's still keeping us on the noodles. Huh. Okay, anyway, you can play around with that. And aliens. Oh, because noodle styles. Oh, I see. You can do them both. All right, so here with Alien, we can put that up there. Now, normally I wouldn't spend time doing stuff I don't know for you, but we're kind of, this is a fun app. I kind of enjoy playing with it. I think you're going to enjoy playing with it as well. Oh, this is too hilarious. Dude, that is actually really freaking cool. Okay, so now watch. What we can do, we can click it, and then we can just download it, okay? And so I'm going to download that into my outbox. So that's actually some pretty funny stuff. Let's see. Let's do one more. Let's crap up our noodles and our aliens all the way. I want noodle aliens. And we're using our Juggernaut too. Tell you, Juggernaut's a great model. I don't like that one so much, but it is still very cool. It's interesting. All right, so that's how LoRAs work at any rate. You can get those again by going to Civitai. Let's see here. You go to Civitai. You can do your models over here, and you can just type in the word LoRA. Okay, and you can get all sorts of different types of LoRAs that you can download into your app and use in the same way. Where the hell am I? Okay, here we go. So same thing. You just go down to your models, plug her into there, and get going. If you want to get rid of one of these, let's say we want to get rid of this XXX one, we can click the X. So sure you want to delete it, we say with impunity, we do. Okay, we want to get rid of it. All right, now your workflows, we're going to talk more about this later because the Flux works with workflows. You're not going to be able to use Flux in your normal generation. We're going to do it through a workflow. And I'm going to show you how to do that in the next video. And you can, you'll be able to download and upload new workflows. Again, I'm not a ComfyUI hero, okay? I don't really totally work with workflows. I just kind of do what I want to do. I probably should probably speed up my stuff a bit. But I'm like I want to install stuff. I want to get stuff going. But you might be, which is so cool. Like, I'd like to hear how you do it. But this is how you're going to do it. You're going to save stuff. You're going to load stuff. We're going to use this in a little bit, okay? And then there's your queue and all this stuff, okay? So that is Invoke. Very cool software. Okay, I think that you're going to find it quite fun. You can play with all of the settings here. It's really not that difficult once you get it going, okay? Oh, there is one thing that every time you do and try to run this thing, so watch this. I'm going to go ahead and close out the server. So I'm going to hit Control-C, or I guess where's it at? So I'm going to hit Control-C and close it out. Okay, when I go back to run it, okay, so let's go back to our File Explorer, and we've got to find our way back to, we're in the SD Forge thing. Here we go. So same thing, when you click this again to run, it's going to ask you the same question that it did last time, which is, are you going to go my way? No, it's not going to ask that. It's going to the same thing, generate image. So every time you load it, you're going to have to answer the question, okay? It's going to hit the 1. Oops, you got to be in the box. You hit the 1. Then it's going to load up. Same thing. It's going to give you the URL. You're going to hit the control button, and you're going to click on it to load it up, just like that. And then it's going to pop up. And it will have saved Taylor Swift on an elephant. And more importantly, Taylor Swift with an alien elephant. So there you have it. Invoke, cool. Go get it. Okay, you can get it from the website I showed you. If you would rather, if you're already a member of the Patreon site, you can just get it for free over here. It's just for all members, even free members. So you're welcome to come over here and just sign up for free. And you can see some of this different stuff that we've done. Like I was playing with this last night. And where's that at? Well, anyways, we got all sorts of good stuff. But you can also download it from here if you want. Oh, in fact, this is it right here. So if you're already part of the Patreon site, a free member or a paid member, you can get it for free. Or just go over to the GitHub site and grab it there and get going. And get going fast, yo. Okay, enjoy that, guys. We will catch up with you in the next video. I'm going to be wearing the same shirt because I'm going to do this back to back for you. We're going to look at how to install Flux into this. So until then, I will see you later, and I'm expecting you to enjoy your time. All right, hang in there. We'll be right back.